What is going on, Toychanic fans? There's something in my eyeball. Awesome, great. I hope everybody is having a good holiday season. This is going to be the entire time. It's just me wiping my eyeball. As usual, I'm going to log into the chat. And I don't really have anything specific for tonight that we're working on. I got this little guy here that I'm actually doing for me. Had an idea today and never got around to it, so I figured I could do that tonight. And of course, jump back into Edwards repairs because goodness, we got a lot of them to do. Pin that to the top. Bada bing. All right, let's do this. So what I wanted from this, really, this isn't, like I said, this is for me. I remember I got this, the child, or for those of you who haven't had the joy of experiencing this little guy, this is the SH Figure Arts version that came packed with Mando. And it comes with his little closed eyes, and oh, it's freaking awesome. But the problem that I ran into is that he can't do his little move. He can't do his force move correctly because his hands have no articulation. So I want to give mine articulation. So I'm going to do that tonight before I get started on some repairs. I thought I'd start us off with a little warm-up, a little simple mod. And so I'm going to do that for me. So, hope everybody's having a good holiday season. What's up, Oscar? What up, Clayton? Yeah, man, I remember me and you were talking about this the other day when we were talking about the articulation in these, and I just can't believe that the Black Series actually has a bit more articulation, especially in the arm department. At least his hands can move. So, that's what I'm looking at right now. I want to take my figure arts because, man, nothing beats this head right here. I love this head so much. So yeah, I want to make his hands to be able to do his little force move because that's freaking adorable. What's up, Samurai Chris? What's up, Ori? Billy Moon? Glad you guys are here today. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season. Hope y'all have gotten already some amazing things for Christmas. Gotten yourself some amazing things for Christmas. That's pretty much what we do. Let's see. I'm going to start this off with... So, I'm actually going to do something that I normally don't do. These are really, really tiny. Like, super tiny. And I can't really... I don't know. What I'm probably going to do here is cut these just straight, like I usually do with thighs. And I'll just with a razor blade. And I'm going to drill a tiny little hole into the hand and into the wrist. And I'm probably going to keep it, I'm thinking I'm going to keep it in the wrist. I'm going to do a pin and not a screw, because a screw wouldn't make sense here because a screw is just going to allow it to tighten or loosen. And I want it to always have kind of like the same consistency. So I'm just going to use just a pin. I never use pins. This is for my personal figure, so I'm not worried about it, you know, the hand slipping off or something like that. Normally, if I was doing this for a customer or a client, if they were okay with a pin, I would do that, but I don't generally like that because a pin doesn't tend to stay because it has no grip really to it. I've seen a lot of people use pins for fixing wrists or fixing ankles, and it doesn't, I mean, it might hold them for a bit, but you could pull on them and they'll come right out. Even super gluing them, it just doesn't hold them, so, but yeah. Yeah, Ori. If you're a collector, you're almost impossible to collect for unless somebody is... Sorry, that's my dog out there with a chew toy right now. He's got a little bit of a squeaky toy. He got some gifts for Christmas, so throughout the night you might hear a little squeak. It's not my chair, because I WD-40'd this baby not too long ago. Proof. This thing was squeaking like crazy. It was driving me nuts. So I had to fix it. I'm hoping, though, I found I don't know where this thing came from. I'm hoping it's in my little box of fun here. Yep, here it is. I need to find more of these, and I don't know if they're from earrings or where, but if I can get it out of the box. This little pin right here is amazing. It's super strong, and I have no idea where it came from. So it's just a mystery magic pin, but I've used this on a couple of things. Like I think I fixed a sword with it, and it worked incredibly well. So actually, before I use that, I want to make sure it looks like it still has some super glue on it. If you ever get super glue on a pin, you can always take a razor blade, like so, and just kind of scrape it off. Hard to hold on to. Get a better grip with some pliers here. And for those of you who've been keeping an eye on it, or just wanting to know on my the track and trip to monetization for the Toychanic channel is so close. It's ridiculous. I can't believe you guys have done this. You guys have done this. We're under 200 hours needed. I think it was like 160 hours needed to freaking monetize the channel. Like, that's like that's like 2,500 hours in 2 months. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. Let's see, Julian. Yeah, Samurai. I think it does feel like I'm kind of, my voice has been a little hoarse a little bit. Julian, I have a Belgian Malinois and a Australian Shepherd. Rocker Josh is here. It's gonna happen every time. Oh yeah, you like this? I was thinking about saving this for Unparalleled Universe, but I figured I wouldn't be a Grinch coup and, ruin the spirit for him. So, watch, I'll probably wear his shirt on his his stream. What's going on, Chrisman, Ben Jan? Awesome. Glad you guys are here as well. Yeah, my throat's dry. Ugh, doesn't hurt or anything, just dry. I'm thinking. So, also in doing this, what I'll be using is a finger drill, and I'm not putting this in my Dremel, just literally doing this via my hand, because if you were to try to drill into this using a automated tool, it's going to cut right through that baby, so we don't want to do that. And it looks like this might be the right size. I think it will. Okay, so I've got my pin. I think I got everything I need, actually. So let's do this. Let's give Grogu some articulation. I'm gonna document this one as well. Just take a couple of photos here. All right. So, gonna take our razor blade, line up the wrist. This kind of makes me nervous. I don't want to the hand to fly off. Hands cut off. Set those over here. And let's do it on this one as well. Right where the palm meets the wrist. And you can see that I kind of went in. See if that'll show up for you. It's really bright, huh? It's kind of like a little, there's like a little lip. Yeah, there you go. Right here. And that's something that I actually don't want. So, I'm going to take my sanding bit and I'm going to sand this flat. normally what I'd want from this, honestly, is a kind of like a. What I probably could do, actually, you know, I'm sitting here thinking about it, is maybe instead of a pin, which I think I might do the pin this time, but what I probably could do is add a real tiny ball at the end, like tiny, tiny. And then perhaps like drill a slightly like a little hole in here, and I don't know, man. It's to get this kind of articulation, but whew, I don't know if it's needed for this figure or if I could even accomplish that with such tiny pieces. Plus, I'd have to find that this wacky like mint color. Maybe next time. I just want a little. I just want him in his little crib, posing with the little force pose. I think that'd just be fun, and I love this little, like I said, the little closed eye face is really adorable. My wife loves this little guy, like so much so that whenever they announced the 1/1 scale child from a sideshow, she's like, "Oh, we're getting that." I'm like, "Really? Okay." Let's see what we got here. What's up, Daniel H? Oh, Chrisman, yeah. You know, it's funny. My friend Clayton, that's in here. You see his name, Clayton Stevens. He's actually doing the exact same thing. He's doing the paint, repaint on that Punisher. And I saw yours. I was like, dang, that's really good. And also, he's doing the same thing. So, I thought that was kind of cool that both of you guys seem to be repainting it at exactly the same time because God knows it needs it. Man, you guys want to see something really cool? Here's a shout out to one of my buddies. If there's ever needed a testament to Casting Cave's work, check this out. So this is he had shrunk the 12-inch Matt Murdock head. Look how good this is. Let me drop the light. I mean, that is insane, right? Like the cuts, the bruising, the eye, like the busted vessel in the eye. So good. It's funny because it makes the body that it's on look like garbage. Like this whole body needs something. Like this is one of my favorite pieces actually in my collection. Actually, now that I think about it, if I was to get him to paint me an Aquaman head, he will have done like most of my favorite characters for me. He did a Nightcrawler for me a long time ago. I had him shrink down the Icons Nightcrawler. He was like the only one I trusted, so I sent him the head from my personal one. He shrunk it, painted it, and oh god, it was amazing. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna just talk about it. I'd rather show you guys. This thing is it's easily one of my favorite figures in my collection now. But I need to actually take it off the old body because this is before this was actually before the new one, the Nightcrawler, came out. But I mean, look at that. It's so good. It's just beautiful. This is one of my favorites, and I don't know. I still like this old body, so. And then I even had like this guy, kind of like the darker blue tail on there, so it fit. It actually matched. Yeah, this head. He's so stoic and cool. Man, yeah, this is easily one of my favorites. And he actually, he did a couple of different sizes for me as well, just in case I wanted to put it on a different size body, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, oh, and, you know, while I'm showing off his stuff, here's one that he tossed my way once because we do a lot of business together, and he threw this in for me. It's just because he's freaking cool. He called this a dud. Keep that in mind. He said this was a dud, so here you go. He said that is a dud. So if that's not a testament to this man's work and his professionalism, I don't know what it is. Also, I put metal claws on him because metal claws look cool. Just wow. You know, wow. Anyways, if you guys are in the market for some really well painted heads or great cast or anything like that, uh, it doesn't get better in Casting Cave. His pricing is fair. His work is fantastic, and yeah, great guy. Easy to work with. So, just a little shout out for you there. All right, let's get back to little groggy boy here. Let's get these get this stuff figured out. You guys get any awesome pickups? Has anybody got anything for early Christmas? Like I was saying earlier, you got yourself anything? My man Ori in here, Ori Omega, he turned into a real life Santa Claus for me. He messaged me last Saturday, I believe it was, and he said he's like, "Hey man, I found the NECA Krang, but they won't sell me two over here at Target." So he was about 30 minutes from where I was, and I was like, "All right, man. Well, dang, you know, if you see another one, let me know." And he's like, "Cool, will do." Well, they had more in stock, and so I messaged him again. I'm like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go try and get it." And he's like, "Cool." They had like four when I was there, and so he's like, "Just show them the DPCI number because they're not showing up on the website yet." And so I drive over there, and I'm asking him all these questions. I'm like, "They didn't have like a weird street date, or do I have to talk to a specific person?" He's like, "I talked to the guy back there, and he's like a bald dude with glasses." And so I was looking for this bald dude with glasses. He's not there. I'm like, "Oh man." And so I talked to another employee, and I'm like, "Hey man, do you have this?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I have that." And so he ran back there and picked it up for me right away. Easy. Easiest purchase I've ever made on a NECA turtle besides like walking up and finding one, which we all know is extremely rare. So that was awesome. And I was like, man, now all we need to do is get Baxter Stockman and the Splinter set, and we're good. So he messages me the next day, Sunday, and he's like, "Hey man, I found them, and the guy let me buy two." He's like, "I explained the situation. He let me buy two of them, so I got you one." And then we're already in town, kind of near him, about 30 minutes from him. He drives it to me. And then we get to hang out for like an hour in Target just shooting, just talking back and forth. One of the coolest guys I've met in the community by far. Super nice guy. So, Ori, you are awesome. We'll definitely got to introduce you to the local crew here. And we'll go hunting. It's just so cool. Julian says he needs some more Star Wars figures. Hey man, I understand how that goes. I wasn't a big Star Wars collector, and then all of a sudden I was. I'm not a completionist on it because there's a lot of things that I still just don't really like, but I'm definitely. I was telling my buddy Elliot in the UK today. I was like, man, I've started collecting like a lot of Star Wars. He's like, no kidding. I'm like, yeah, and I showed him all the stuff. He's like, wow, you weren't kidding. So, Ori, yeah, man, it was a pleasure, dude. Super cool guy. Super cool guy. So I've met like three people from the community now in a matter of like a month. And every single one of them have been awesome. All these local dudes have been super cool. So it's been awesome. So let me back this up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I think we're going to be meeting up with Anthony's Customs at some point too, so you'll need to join us on that one. Be a fun trip. Sorry, I'm being kind of quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate on this. You can see just how delicate this procedure is. Look at the size of that hole. Super tiny. Like just the tiniest bit. So I'm trying to make sure that I stay somewhat in the center. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I think that's close. There we go. And you can see that plastic coming out like that. It's good to take it out every now and then and clean it off. Yeah, I think this is going to work pretty well. Don't have to go in, I don't think, too far. I actually went with a smaller drill bit just to make sure it's going to be a snug fit. Yeah, let's see. Chrisman is asking that, is there any more figure painters and customizers in here he could follow? See, that's what I want to do right there. Is that's so I don't want to do it all the time, but I like the way Wade has guests on his show. The kind of guests I would want on here are people like Casting Cave and whatnot, like people who do like figure this customs and whatnot. People who do customizing and people who do like casting and 3D printing and stuff like that. Those are the kind of people that I'd like to have on here. Not to say that I wouldn't have others on, but I don't want to do like a every single time. But it'd be fun every now and then to have a customizer on here that's or a guest that's just kind of in the I don't know what you would call it. Like I want the diorama makers, the other repair artists, the I don't know. I'm trying to figure what you would call that. I guess Phalo. I want to call them Toychanics, but I consider that more of a repair thing. But yeah, I want those people on here, like to talk, but also I want them to be able to sit here and work while we're talking. I think that's one of the funnest things that we tend to do in our personal chats, like me and my buddy Clayton here and Casting Cave, and we'll sit down and we'll just work while we're talking to our friends, and it's great. It's great to sit here and just talk and work at the same time. So I noticed that on the edge here, this is a little, it's kind of crooked, but also a little sharp where I must have clipped it. So I'm going to kind of shave it. There we go. Shave that down just a little bit. Let's see if I can't. What I'm trying to do is shave this down enough to where I can just insert it into the wrist. Cool. Good. That works. Oh, Anthony's did a review. Actually, I could do a makeshift review if I wanted to. I got my Toka and Rezar 2-packs in, actually. And I actually have an extra one. I'd bought for a friend, but it looks like he's not going to be able to buy it. So if anybody is wanting to buy a Toka and Rezar set, plus shipping, because I know shipping's going to suck on that thing. It was like $20 to ship that thing from NECA, which seems a bit much. I bent the stinking thing, bro. I'm trying to put this in. I've got like just a sea of figures over here that I was planning on repairing. Gosh dang. There we go. Yeah, just need a tiny little piece. Oh, try not to drop my stuff. Clippers. I laid out all of my tools to make sure like I was like had them at easy disposal, and then I covered them up with bags of figures. Brilliant. Super smart. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, Ori, that I think people would find it fun to like see how some of their favorite like customizers and just I don't know, prop makers, stuff like that. I'd love to get Punker Mike on here, man. I love Punker Mike. He's got some of the most clever and just really cool stuff. He just does really, really cool stuff. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to trim this down just a tad after I clipped it. So this is the Dremel 4000. I've got a this nice little cheap grip on here. It's actually a Dremel brand. It's a stylus grip that you can just twist this part off here and plug it in. And this actually plugs in, and this baby runs hot. This thing can move really, really fast. Not that it burns up, but it runs really fast. And I use this for bigger jobs or jobs that like need a little more weight to them. Just like kind of drilling little pieces or screws and whatnot. I really like using it for that. So that's why I'm using that instead of my normal one. I'm not sure which arm is which or if it matters. Let's see. Alright, and looks like we got ourselves a little, see if this will twist without coming off. Yeah. Cool. I want to say I've got this on the wrong arm. Well, maybe not. Cool, I think that works. Alright, that looked like that worked. Cool. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, Clayton, dude, that's like $9 maybe. Esteban, how's my day going? Pretty good, man. It was busy, but you know, nothing too crazy. Just knew 7 o'clock was gonna get here before I knew it. I wanted to make sure I was ready. Show you guys good repairing time tonight. If you guys haven't seen, Unparalleled Universe is definitely doing his Christmas special. And that's going to be this Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I will be on there. I don't know what time, but he's going to have a lot of guests. He's going to have a lot of giveaways. He's going to have, you know, I think you've probably read my little blurb about it. It's going to be good. It's always good. But yeah, it's going to be really fun to be on there, man. We're going to have a debate on what the best Christmas movie is. We're going to talk about what we got for Christmas. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really fun. Photog79, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're enjoying everything. It's going to be awesome. I'm glad. Yeah, Clayton. So Saturday, we're also going to be going to our friend Anthony's final wrestling show. He's been a referee in wrestling for actually ever since I've known him, and I've known him a long time. I can't remember when I met him. It's been a long time. And he's one of the first guys I actually met in the toy community. Probably one of the first 5 guys I met. And been friends since we met, actually. Just clicked. But yeah, he's finally retiring. It's funny too because he's in the best shape of his life now, and he's going to be retiring from wrestling, which is awesome. So I hope he's just going to enjoy the hell out of his life. He's going to be able to focus more on other things, and it's just going to be cool. So I'm not a wrestling fan. He knows this, but we're there to support him. So me, my wife, my buddy Clayton, who's in here, and his wife Ashley, we're all going to be going out there to support him. And even had my grandfather make some. I bought a referee polo shirt and had my grandfather make us face masks for the event. So we'll all be wearing referee face masks. So that'd be cool. It'll be a fun time. So Saturday is going to be interesting. But that's not till late at night. That's what I was asking Wade. I was like, hey, what time do I need to go on? He's, I forget that he's 2 hours ahead of me. So I got plenty of time. I think this is what I was talking about. Like, I think this is just wiggling around in here. This one doesn't seem to connect as good as the other one, but that's okay. As long as it connects to one piece, I'm fine right now. This is just temporary. See. Well, that went really far in. But it won't come back out. That's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do, pull that out. This is why I don't like using pins. Like I said, this is for like a personal project, and I've seen people use pins for, their makeshift repairs and whatnot. They just don't last. But there we go. We got our pin in. Cool. I think this will work for right now. I'm happy with this. You guys happy with this? I think this will work. Now I gotta pop these arms back on. If I can do this without a hand falling off, that will be amazing. Because now I've lost like all my grip leverage. Oh, come on. Alright. This little like cloth thing or burlap sack or whatever you want to call it on him is so cheaply made. Gosh, they do not want this arm to get back in there either. Yep, see, the hand's gonna come off. What the heck? Oh, what the heck? Oh, yeah, that was definitely the wrong side. Oh, weird. So it's like the arms, the shoulders are different sizes. The pegs are different sizes. One fits in this one fits in that one. Why? Okay, weird. What's up, Ricky? Glad you're here, man. All right. Okay. Now the hands are in. Now we gotta fit. This thing is so awkward. It's like half cloth, half plastic. And then whenever you gotta put the hands back on, make sure these look like, what's funny is I should have these cast, like these little little sleeves, the cuffs. Like these could like make for really good 1/12 scaled onion rings. This is awesome. Said he's never heard Robo curse in a review more than when he reviewed the Figuarts Mando and Grogu. Why? Why was he so angry? Oh no! Oh, I dropped one of his little onion rings. Just watching while having enchiladas, my man, that sounds awesome. That's the way to celebrate Christmas. Christine's gonna be happy with this. Oh, it was really funny, man. When Ori met Christine, he's like, "Hey, would you say that's crispy?" Just put her on the spot real quick. It was hilarious. We got in the car. She's like, "Oh, he got me." I was like, "Yup, he got you, and you did it," and it was awesome. Like the realization just get, oh, cool. I just dropped this little piece, and somehow miraculously it did not hit the ground. As soon as I'm done with this, I promise I'm gonna get to repairing. Gosh, I can't seem to get a grip on the end. It's like magnetized and keeps clipping in there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. God, these are the. It's so like super tiny. Draper, this is the SH Figure Arts Baby Yoda. Okay, that little piece is in now. Let's pull back the sleeve. Let's put on the onion ring. Get the hand. Come on. Clayton said earlier to use the force. Ah. Dang it. I think the holes are either too big or I'm gonna have to add, like, I'm gonna have to do that idea that I said earlier. I need something more solid because I feel like this is just gonna be, this is very temporary. Gosh dang it. So I think what we need to do here, dang it. See if I can use what's left of my little magic pen. Although it's not being very magic tonight, it's being kind of a jerk. We got one arm on. I need a little bit more length in the peg. Cut them too short. And so what you can do with these pegs, though, which is kind of cool, is you can basically just jam them in, and it'll stay in there. That was the rest of the pin. That thing is gone now. It just shot out. Too much force. Can I see your comments, Julian? Yes, I can. Sorry, earlier you said, hey, how is your U going? And now I realize that you meant my custom. And what was I working on? What was I doing on it? I don't know what else I was doing on it. It's always a work in progress, though, so it will always forever be something new going on in that crazy thing. It's just really fun to mess with that thing. I just enjoy. I need to get some brown kind of like lace up boots for it though to match my bull boxers. I got a pair of boots. The brand is called Bull Boxers. They're super cool boots, and I'd like a pair similar on my figure. Okay, now I'm feeling like this peg is going to be too long, but let's see what happens. Oh no, I gotta put the onion ring on. Wait, let's test. Yep, it's just a little too long. I think. Oh shoot. Actually, that's not bad. You know what? This might actually work. There's going to be a little gap in it, but this might work really well. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's pull this in. I felt it like pop in there. Right as I did that, the other one fell off. God dang it. You little Grogu. When my pastor's wife gets upset, she says doodle. And so I'm going to start saying that too. Like, you little doodle. So it's family friendly, see? I've always done that with like my entire life though. It's like sometimes you gotta find, different ways to curse. So it's like food objects are usually pretty good. So if you're like, oh, rutabaga, or stop being such a ham sandwich, people generally will laugh and stop being so angry. Little life lesson for you. Also, this totally worked. Look at him. Now he can do his little. So good. So good. Look at that. This is so cool. Yes. This is everything I wanted. Now, we're going to take him. Take our little. Sit him down. Because he's got little articulate legs. Take his little blankie. See if we can lean him back. See if we can tuck that in there. Love it. Oop, popped up a little. It's adorable. We got it. Go back over here. So I also received my Grogu, or excuse me, the Child and Mandalorian 2-pack today. It was supposed to be here 2 Saturdays ago. This is for a job I was working on for a super, super cool guy who said he was in the chat when I said I missed out on that one, like many others did, unless you just got lucky. My buddy Clayton got super lucky in here. He said he went to, it showed that there was one possibly in Target. He tried calling them, nobody answered, and he's like, I'm going to go up there and see what I can find, see if it's there. So he goes there, and then it's like nothing's there, and he can't find it. And he's asking this new guy, and the guy is looking in the back for it, and he goes in the back again, and Clayton's walking around and looks over at those return carts that are usually full of a bunch of items, and he sees it. He sees the packaging, sees that yellow and black packaging. He sees Manda, and he's like, runs over there and looks at it, and this lady looks at him, and she's like, take it. She was an employee. She's like, yeah, take it. So he gets it, and he's like, hey, there's a guy looking in the back for me. Would you let him know that I found it and thank you? He's like, hey, there's a customer here who's ever looking for that Star Wars toy. He found it. He's like, tell him thanks. He says, thank you. And the guy says, thank you. He sends me a photo, and he's like, dude, you got to hear this story. I was like, oh, my God, you're so dang lucky. It's awesome. Super cool. Anyways. Now I need a cape. I don't know if anybody's got any suggestions on. I've looked on eBay, and those capes are like $25, and I don't even need a wire in it. A wire would be pretty cool, I've got one. So this is the one that's on my other Black Series Mando, and I really like this cape. It's basic. It's just a piece of shirt, basically, but I bought it for like $15. It drapes nice. It's all I need. It'd be cool if it was wired, but sometimes the wire kind of ruins the aesthetic for me because there's a big seam running down the side. So I really like this, and I don't know. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I think I could probably make one of these myself. In fact, I'm probably gonna take this to my mom's tomorrow we're having Christmas tomorrow, and I think I'll just Probably just be like, hey, can you make me something like this real quick? Like out of a gray cloth, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go out there, they sew the little collar up when we're done. So I think that'll be cool. Make sure I can put them back on the shelf over here. Also, this came in while we're talking fun Christmas stuff. I did not expect this. This was supposed to come in like March. The Mandalorian speeder. Did not expect this at all to come in this early. And sure enough, it was like, you had an item that shipped. I'm like, what just shipped? I was like, I'm not expecting anything. And boom, there it is. This is the one, of course, that comes with a little bag with little Grogu inside. Man, the Black Series made this thing like crazy small. Like Grogu is so little in here, but it's okay. And which is pretty cool. I guess you could take this bag off and slap it on Mando if you wanted, even though it's not the accurate bag, and definitely needs some paint because this thing is pretty flat. But they did get the this is kind of cool that they put this detail in that these are painted right here, and I love the weathered look on the Scout Trooper. He looks dope. It's just a nice. I was looking at the other one because I've just recently acquired the original. Unfortunately, it's missing like the foot like accelerator or clutch, whatever you want to call it down here, the foot pedals. But yeah, this looks cool. It's really cool. I like how dirty it is. It's like just got all these marks on them and whatnot, just scuffs and sand dirt. But it definitely needs it's crazy that they put the weathering here but nothing on this. Just one dry brush over here and maybe paint, and this would look really, really nice. So hopefully I can get around to doing that. Maybe we can do a paint session one night. And then this guy came in, which this has to be one of the coolest figures from the Black Series, whether you like Star Wars or not. This is easily one of the coolest figures. So, for those of you that don't know, which I didn't, when I was buying it, it showed two faces on there, and I'm sure most of you know this by now, but either way, we'll show you. I like showing this off just because I think it's cool. Dude with his little beard head. Obviously these goggles come off and whatnot, but man, take your hat off. And like, they don't even tell you this on the box or anywhere in the packaging that I saw. You take the backpack off, open the backpack up, and freaking Zartan here's got another face in his backpack. Like, I think it's crazy. Like, if nobody would ever opened it up, it's like you just don't think about that. Obviously, you would have known beforehand, but I just think that's crazy and super, super cool. And this guy runs for like $17, which is a really good price for this figure. He's awesome. Not to mention, he comes with like not just a blaster, but he comes with like the really cool rifle. I think this is really cool, and a bigger kind of side blaster, which is awesome. I thought this was really cool. It's funny because I put the face with the beard on it because obviously I'm going to have the beard on there. I think these goggles are dope. But then I love that you can put this little baklava on here or whatever, cover it up, which I guess if a beard, you don't need it as much, but you want to keep the nose toasty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's got butterfly joints. It's freaking awesome. This is just a really cool figure. I don't know. I thought this was awesome. Just to keep a face in your backpack, like you do. I don't know. I've been getting in more and more into Star Wars lately. Like I said, I brought this up before, but I liked it as a kid, but nowhere near as much as I think I like it now. I used to love playing with the toys, and I love Dash Rendar. Dash Rendar was my favorite Star Wars character, and it'd be super cool to see him brought into live action. Shadows of the Empire kind of stuff, but yeah, he was always my favorite, and so I'd love a 6-inch version of him. I thought about making a custom of him, but time is time. Also, though, I noticed this, which is funny to me. Uh, one of the... Let's see, hang on. Let me get through here. Here we go. So one of the best Black Series figures that does not deserve it is has to be dang guy here. For some reason, I always think that he's got to be like Kiwi or something, walking around with his toilet paper on his head and a air conditioner on his back. I got this armor here, and then I got my little moccasins. He's got these freaking moccasins on, and this cracks me up every time I see him. Like, he's got this awesome armor, crazy backpack, and then he, like, puts on some, like, Walmart grandpa shoes, and then wraps toilet paper on his head and calls himself a bounty hunter. Easily one of my favorite bounty hunters, just because he's so ridiculous. This is one of the best figures, though, that they've made. He's so great. Oh my god. What a clown. If he had butterfly joints, it'd be great. He's like one of the best, like me and my buddy Ryan talk about this all the time, is he's one of the best built bounty hunters, because Bosk is garbage, and then IG is, can't do anything with him. Just stand there. Anyways. Rant over. Let's fix some toys, right? That's why you guys are here. Walter White shoes. Yeah, Dingo just rolled out of bed to collect his bounty. Yeah, I guess I'll get up and go kill somebody or something. Ridiculous. Oh, it looks like he's missing his hair. This always... Man, this Loki figure, this boy... Oh dear. I own this figure because I liked Loki so much, but man. It's like the face is kind of on there, but I don't know. It's, it's almost on point. Yeah, who says you can't be comfortable and kick ass? That's awesome. These are good for my back. Walking around in boots all day hurts me back. I love it. Alright, so it looks like this leg, it looks like it just shattered. It also looks like his crotch has been turned around here. Let's make sure that's on right. Looks like this kid modded him out a little bit too. Unless it's always been like that. I think these are both even. Okay. So we want... trying to figure out which is the front, which is the back. I think this is the back. The back has lines. Okay, it's good to know. We're gonna slide that in here. Dango ate me baby. Dango. Oh, Dango. Trying to make sure this goes in the right way. It's like a jigsaw puzzle here. There we go. And it looks like this just needs to be glued back together, I'm thinking. It's just going to be a real delicate job so I don't lock it up. I wish I could pop this thing off and then reattach it, but that's not how it's built. Just want to make sure this leg will go back on the way it's supposed to. It's me digestives, Walla. Oh, look at that. Well, I really wish I would have super glued that before I pushed that in like that so perfectly. Okay, cool. Well, maybe this will work. This looked like one of the easier ones, but I wasn't sure, and I'm still not. Hey, now Bill Hansoilo says, my NECA AVP arachnid snapped an arm, and guess who fixed him in 5 minutes? I bet it was you. I bet it was freaking you, man. I hope it was you, otherwise I'm gonna look foolish. Tell me it was you, Han Solo. Tell me you fixed your figure. We're gonna add a little dab. If you ever have these pegs intact, you can add a little super glue to them, and they will keep your stuff intact. They just add a nice little grip on there. Let's make sure the leg's not going to lock. Let the super glue take its hold. I think I might put this in the vise for a little bit. Always keep a vise handy, guys. I always tell people, it's funny because people ask me a lot of times how to repair figures, and you know, because I like to teach people how to do it, and I always got to tell them to buy the right equipment. You know, you have to invest in this kind of thing if you want, you know, to have quality repairs, and so that's always fun. Let's see what else we got here. We got an Iron Man. So we need to remove a wrist peg on. Oh, both wrist pegs are broken on this. That sucks. So let's do that first. It's easy to remove, and stuff like this is simple. Makes you wonder how this thing broke, though. Most of these figures are pretty well put together, so for the Hasbro figures to break like they have, it's this kid has put them through the ringer. So we're gonna heat these up. And these are pretty soft plastic, so it doesn't usually take very much, but we'll take our either a pick, or you can take a flathead screwdriver. There's a peg, which it is crazy that these broke. I think these usually come with removable pieces, like the swappable hands and whatnot, so sucks that both of these broke. Yeah, and that's rubbery plastic. That sucks. These must have twisted off. He also says he needs the shoulder pads reattached. Now this might prove to be a problem. These might not stay on. We might have to discuss this one. All I can do is super glue these back on. There's no real permanent way to fix these, so because they're definitely attached by another piece of plastic in here. I can't believe these broke off. Yeah, I don't know if these will stay on or not, but we can try. He's just gonna have to be, I don't know. You'd have to be super careful with these. I think as soon as these are bent, they're gonna pop right off again. There's literally no way for me to permanently attach shoulder pads like this. The only way is if you were to dig out the plastic piece in here, recast them, and then stick that in there. That is crazy that those broke off. Unless I've got an Iron Man lying around with like spare shoulder pads, I don't think these are going to stay on. That sucks. But we'll see. Not for a kid to play with. I don't think those are going to stay on. Let me try to pick up. Han, I'm super glad that you were able to fix that figure, man. That is super cool. Love that. So up next, we've got a Iron Man whose leg has come off. It looks like the peg is inside. We're going to replace this one with a screw just like we did last time with the with the biceps. I added Monster Venom to the collection and have the Build-A-Figure Croc on the way. Dude, that Build-A-Figure Croc is cool. I like him a lot. Ori, sorry, I didn't see that. I did not pre-order the Viking Thor. While I like Bro Thor, I liked him when he was in his robe and whatnot. When he got in the outfit, I thought, it was fun for the moment, but I don't need a figure of it. What we need is a Figuarts Korg and Meek. Where's my Meek figure already? Sheesh. Interested to see what this peg looks like. It looks like this peg was just stuck from day one. Man. Golly. Oh man, look at this peg. Sheesh. Look at this thing. Completely just... This thing was fused on the inside. Oop, there it went. Well, it'd be nice if it would show up. Yeah, so that just twisted right off of there. Luckily, we can fix this. So, what we're needing is a screw. Go to the trusty screw box. Let's find one that looks like it's going to work for us. I think I got just the thing. This looks like a pretty great size for it. Yep. Alright. Find the right size screw. Generally that's the hard part. Next we want to find the right size drill bit. And let's see. This is a fairly larger screw. You can see here. So let's find my... Got this little box that I found at a Hobby Lobby once, and I stained it with some Kona wood stain. Kona is a type of tree, and this color is Kona. So, beautiful. It's the same that my furniture in my house is stained with, so. This is looking pretty good. Now you notice like this is close, but this is smaller. You always want it to be a little smaller than your screw, if you didn't know that. That way your screw has something to grab onto whenever it inserts. Put this in. And once again, this right here, my buddy Clayton told me about this. For the longest time, I was using different, like specific sizes for all my bits. And what I mean by that is I had a bunch of these basically, and all these come in different sizes, so they grab, you know, anything from this wide of a piece to this wide of a piece, but you would always have to find the right size of these. With this guy right here, it just clamps down. You can see those teeth in there. The tighter you tighten it, the closer, you know, it just clamps down. And so I actually bought 2 of these. I need to buy another one for my 3rd Dremel. That's right. I have 3 Dremels. But at this point, I can't afford to lose any more time. So, in order to fix this Iron Man leg, we're going to drill in here. Right in the center. That is some tough plastic. It's funny, whenever you're doing that, plastic will get really hot and wrap around the drill bit head. Catch up to what you guys are talking about in here. Just got an updated notification. Star Wars Speeder is 9 stops away. My man, Chris, you're going to love it. It's freaking great. I said Shoryu. I just got to some of that the Joy Toy stuff in Cyberpunk last night. I was really excited whenever you go to meet that Fingers guy, and then I met him and I'm like, I don't like him. I don't like him. He's weird. What's up, T-Dog? Glad you could show up, man. Hope your holiday season is treating you right. Let's, actually, before I clip this, let's try to screw this in here and see if this baby's going to fit for us. Plastic seemed a little harder than I was expecting, so... Oh, looks like the leg cracked open. Might have to solidify this before we put something in it. Man, these are bad about this, huh? These just crack open at kind of anything. Well, actually, before I put that back on, then I'd like to test this. So. Looks like whenever we're trying to put our screw into here, since it's been clamped down, the more, like the hole's obviously smaller, so whenever you put the screw in here, it starts kind of expanding a bit and it'll pop that thing open. So what I need to make sure I do here is go a little wider. This is pretty cool, actually. It gives me more control over what I'm working with, and I like that. Ricky M said, never send your figs to Bill. They'll come back screwed up with a capital S. Ricky. You ridiculous, man. Oh. Don't hit the computer. Okay. What do we always do? Can you guys answer me this? For those that watch all the time, when we're going to clip a screw with our cutters, what do? What's the rule? Can somebody tell me what the rule is for cutting a screw with the wire cutters. What do? I'm just trying to see if anybody's actually been listening, taking it in, absorbing. You guys didn't expect to pop a little quizzy, did you? Safety first, But what do? My man T-Dog. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Julian in the bag. Baggy. My guys. I'm freaking proud of you. You guys are awesome. Ah, look at that. Look at all that. Man. You guys are awesome. I'm proud. Julian in a bag. It's a bag. A plastic bag. My man. That makes me very proud. Very proud. Plastic bag. Always put it in a plastic bag so you don't lose your screw, which this one is very strong. Ugh. That won't be breaking. Holy dooly. Put it in a bag. It's the only way to go. Cannot tell you how many times I got so frustrated after something was like, or like years later, T-Dog has medicine in his bags. That's right. Crew Maru showing up. I love it. Freaking love that. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, what'd you say? About figs. So what do? Whenever we're going to clip a screw, we put it in a bag, and everybody said put it in a bag. There you go, About Figs. Your dream has come true. Wanted to make that a reality for you. I need a soundboard. Like, that'd be amazing. People, yay. Anytime Ricky drops a joke, I can have a sad trombone. Let's see here. Go. So we got this screw now that's fitting pretty flush. The reason why I've got it so close to that is because you can tell. I'll take this out real quick. Is that when this, gosh, let's see if I can put this up to you. When this tore off here, let's see if I can get the right angle for you guys. It should have been fitting basically. I don't know if this is going to make sense to you guys. You can kind of see there the lip of the peg. It looks way bigger than it actually needs to be. You'll see that part on top, dog hair, the part on top isn't necessary. You don't need that piece. There's got to be a reason for that piece there, for that extra head. I don't know if that's due to a mold to make sure the mold comes out correct. I'm not sure. But you don't need it. So we're not going to use it. I'm going to sand this one down just a little bit. Just make sure that's going to fit correctly. Wade's crew is great. Most of the crew that's in here is Wade's crew. Yeah, I was on seemed like I was on one episode of Wade's deal, the Unparalleled Universe live shows, and had a good time with him. And from there on out, you know, like, and I've told this story a couple times, but me and him spoke, and he was saying, you know, he's like, you should do live streams. He's like, it's, you know, obviously it's working for him. He enjoys it, and it's fun to sit there and talk. And I think, you know, there is the aspect of, yeah, you do make a little money doing this stuff, which is cool, but also it's like just the interaction and that I don't know. I think being a positive influence for YouTube is important as well. For me, it's kind of like just a whole rainbow of awesome, because I'm also getting work done for people. They can jump in and actually see me working on their figures, which is super cool. I can answer questions. I get to talk to you guys. It's awesome. This is one of my favorite things to do. I also thought about, like, you know, we were talking about having people come in and customize and whatnot. I thought about having like I should do not fan Fridays, because that seems lame, but, like, you know, have a fan every now and then. Not a fan, but, you know, Crew Maru. We'll call it, like, we need a name. I don't know if it'd be like Maru Mondays, Crew Maru Mondays, or something like that. But have somebody from the Crew Maru jump on, maybe for, like, we could chat it up for like an hour or something like that. Just with somebody who just enjoys toys. It'd be kind of fun. That'd be more like Wade's kind of thing, but I think it'd be cool to bring on people that were, you know, you know, just happy to be here and enjoying things, and we could show off collections and all sorts of cool stuff like that. And I don't know. But I'd have to be, like, severely caught up in order to do that. So it'll never happen. I don't know. We'll see. Chris Jordan, you're awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Even, like my buddy Clayton and his wife jump on here. And he's one of my best friends, though. So I even work with him now. I knew him before I worked with him. But we've been friends for freaking ever. He's family at this point. He's been family for a long time. And him and his wife get on here, and she just turns it on. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool just to have the support. I've never asked any of my friends to join in on this stuff, like, ever. Like, hey, give me the views, man. I need the views. It's like, if it happens, it happens. I don't want to be grinding to the point of, like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to become unfun. So I just want it to be organic. Just work it, you know. Hey, Edward's here. Edward, I'm fixing one of your Iron Man. It's not bad news, but, man, I got the wrist pegs out of this one, and it said we needed to fix the shoulder pads. I super glued them back on, but I don't think these are going to stay on. These, I just don't know how. I don't know how I could make these stay on. I might try some Tamiya cement on them, which might work. But, dude, I mean, the way he played, like, we'll just take an example. So right now, these have been super glued on the way they should have been. If, let's say, I'm going to be pretty aggressive, like he might be. If we were to lift it up, lift it back down, I'll be damned. That actually stayed on. I can't believe that's staying on. I'm like, it's staying on so well that I want to reinforce it a little bit. I was just saying, glad you're here. I'm not worried about anything. I honestly, so to be honest and serious, I didn't think that super glue was going to keep these on, and that bent all the way up. Now over time that might come off, but I think you could just put super glue on them and reattach them. Wow, That was crazy. That was nuts. I'm really surprised. I'm gonna have to watch that back to see my face because I was like, huh, that's weird. Cool. All right. Well, back to Iron Man's leg. Oh yeah, I gotta remember, like, I need something that goes like here. So I look up and I'm like, hey guys, because I'm always looking right here. I always look at myself and talk instead of looking at you guys. I heard that's like a big deal for YouTubers. I don't know. The cement is this. It's a so it's called Tamiya. This is the extra thin cement. So basically, what this does is, it's kind of like a super glue, but what I've heard is you can just put a layer. It only works. It depends on the plastic, so you never know, and you just basically apply it like nail polish. So it's got like a little, I believe, a little brush. You know, see the little brush here, and you just apply that on and stick your plastic in there, and apparently it's supposed to just stay on. Loki looks like he might be fixed. Right now he's sitting in the vise. And I'm actually going to keep him there overnight just in case. I'm going to let that super glue stick. And I'll test him tomorrow. But yeah, I think he should be good. So now we're going to put some super glue on the edge of our custom screw here. We're going to put this back into the hip. Just fitting very nice now. Now I want to make sure that it's going to fit correctly, because this basically is the exact same brake as the Loki. Oh man, look at that. It's fitting freaking perfect. Awesome. So yeah, what I did was I went back in, because I noticed whenever I was screwing this in that, you know, it was pushing, it was expanding this this little piece right here. And what that did was it just makes this kind of just split apart, just like the Loki did. So now we want to take a little bit of super glue, put it on all of our little peg edges, as much of the edge as we can without, because we don't want it to touch the mechanism inside. And then we'll just close that in. I need you to go back in the way you did. There you go. Got our big strong pliers. Go around every edge. Give it a nice squeeze. Sometimes you'll see the super glue seeping out the edges. You want to wipe that off. Looks like we got a little extra bit right there. I always keep a bunch of type paper towels with me. And also whenever, hopefully this will work, but also whenever you put this on, it should also keep the legs steady, because this right here actually splits in two. So this will help it keep together, basically. So let's heat up this leg and let's pop her on. I'm gonna heat this one up just a little bit more because it's a pretty, the plastic is a little thicker, a little stronger. Hopefully this will just pop right on and fit the way we want it to. Look at that. Boom. Perfect. We'll let that leg cool. And Iron Man is good as new. Awesome. So it is 8:30 about. We've been on for about an hour and a half. Let me see what I can do here. I want to try something new with you guys, if you don't mind. Something kind of fun. Let's see here. I was wondering. Is there a way to show... I was wondering, is there a way to see like who's watching? Like, can I see all who's watching this right now? I was wondering if there's like a list of like names that I could see. Is that not a thing? Can you not do that? Yeah, right? Doesn't feel like an hour and a half. Trying to see if there's... Oh, participants. No, that's something weird. I don't know what that is. Well, dang it. What up, Corey? So, here's what I'm going to do. Hang tight. Everybody that's in here, hang tight. I thought this might be kind of fun. And in the Christmas spirit. And I also didn't want to advertise. What we got here? As many of you know, my claim to internet fame basically started really with this guy here, and doing these thigh mods and articulation mods and whatnot. As you can tell, this one here is actually still in the package, but I've also modded the thighs, right? So we got about 19 people in here right now. What I'm about to do is I'm going to give this to one of you guys. I didn't want to advertise that. I didn't want to try to bribe viewers or anything like that. I'd had this planned for a while now, actually. I had another one that I sent off to Wade for his giveaway. So I'm going to give this away to one of you guys. Just as a way to say thank you. Oh, Chris Jordan said I should sign it. All right, hang on. I need a Sharpie. I'm going to sign. Yeah, I'm going to... That way you can't resell it. You'll just like trash the box, right? Hang on. That's actually pretty awesome. Hang on a second. I need to grab a Sharpie marker. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go grab it. I told him I'm about to say, hang on a second. I'll be like, all right, if you want a chance for this, then say your name, and you go to random.org and put them in. Okay.
Entered,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll give you a number, and that's how you choose.
Oh. All right, I'm back.
Can they see me?
If I move the camera, yeah.
Okay, I don't want them to see me.
Christine's in here right now. They're gonna see you.
Oh my god.
That's actually look. There she is. That actually makes it easier for you to see. So here we go. We'll go ahead and just sign this. Billy Mahoney. Like. What do they call it? Hashtag crew Maru. There you go. How about that? Feeling like a real celebrity. Don Draper's like, nope, but we can hear you. Look, that's crispy. All right. So, if you would like a chance to win this spawn, just say I would like a chance to win the spawn right now. Just say me or here or whatever. Just say spawn. Say spawn. And for every person that says spawn, we're going to put into whatever it is. Christine's going to be doing this for us. She's going to put it into like a little random thing, and then we'll do that. Ori says hello.
Hi.
I was talking about how nice he was. I was like, Clayton, you got to meet this guy. He's great.
Oh, yes.
So.
Okay, so are they commenting? Can you tell me their names so I can write it in here?
All right. So we have. We're getting a lot. So we have Samurai Chris, and that's with a K-R-I-S.
Oh, I'm not typing all that out. It's fine.
You're not going to type that out.
I mean, is there another samurai in the group?
No, there's not.
Okay, well then, samurai will do.
Billy Moon.
Sounds like a cool cat. Okay.
Billy Moon's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Chris Jordan. Also amazing.
Okay. They're all going to be amazing, aren't they?
MC T-Dog. That's the guy I met up with that told me about the Rogue. Didn't get me a Rogue, but gave me a great story, and then I ended up getting the Rogue because of the story.
MC T-Dog, okay.
Mm-hmm. Don Draper.
That's not how you spell it, okay.
Ori. Esteban.
Okay.
Ben Jan.
Okay.
Ringer 149.
Okay.
Andrew.
Gotcha. What?
Casting cave. He said spam. He didn't even say it right.
Well, what? He's gonna be the one that wins. Watch.
Julian.
Julian.
Ricky M. Or just Ricky. About Figs. And Clayton Stevens says, good luck everyone, y'all deserve it. I'm sitting out on this one.
Uh-huh.
So Clayton Stevens. This guy's name is all symbols.
Okay.
So
symbols.
We'll call them symbols. It's the two little little point up thing, the little up arrow. What is that called? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's usually like this guy in a chat and you did a little point up.
Oh my god.
That guy.
I actually have no idea what those are called.
Han Solo.
So, Hans.
GB.
GB.
Ashley says, hi, Christine.
Hi friend.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's got everybody. That was everybody. Some people said it twice,
11,
so.
12.
It was a lot.
13.
Chris Jordan says, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
So, how are you doing this? Are you putting in, like,
So I put all their names in there and I've got numbers next to it.
So just so you know, so she did this for everybody that commented. Ooh, look, we can do it right here. So there's names, and every name has been given a number, and then she's going to put those numbers into random.org.
Okay.
Ricky M said he had a hunch. All right. So we'll generate this. All right. Can you see that? I think they can see that, right? That's pretty good, right? So we'll hit generate. Did I hit it?
Yeah.
Number 11.
Ooh, who is it?
Where's the...
Do you know how to switch? Here.
No, I don't know how to switch. Number 11. Number 11. What?
I called it.
Oh my god, it was Casting Cave! Oh. What? Let me see it. Ah.
I called it.
Look. God, stupid. Casting Cave 11. Corey. What? Oh my god.
That's funny.
Clayton's laughing.
That is really funny.
Corey's got to be sitting there laughing right now. Look at him. Yes! I never win anything. Yeah, bitch, Ann. Oh, come on. Wow. I just got done plugging him earlier. He said spam. He doesn't get it because he said spam. I was robbed. Oh my god. Hang on, I gotta find a, I'm gonna find a applause sound effect. I need a soundboard. Here we go. For Casting Cave winning. Oh, what an accident. Oh, what a... Oh my gosh. I can't believe... Congratulations, Casting Cave. Oh! Casting Cave sweetened the pot.
Oh, I'm interested.
He said, roll it again and I'll send someone an odious head.
No way!
So Casting Cave is getting a spawn. Casting Cave has decided that he, just now, he says it right there in the chat, he's going to send somebody an odious head. You guys just now saw that work that he did. Wow.
That's so cool.
Alright.
Aww.
You deserve better.
I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like clapping.
Alright, we're going to roll it again for super generous. Super generous.
Okay, you could just hit generate.
So we're going to hit generate. I swear if it hits 11 again, we're out of here. Alright, I want to make sure it's visible. 15.
I'll swap it over for you.
15. 15. $15 is my friend Clayton Stevens. I'm about to lose viewers. They're all gonna leave.
I used random.org. Everybody's gonna start leaving.
Everybody's gonna leave. Clayton, you won an odious head.
Oh, man.
He says, nope, roll it again. I don't know what to do. This is kind of backfiring on me. Rigged!
Right!
Clayton says he says he wants to give it to someone else. Clayton has one. Clayton does have one already. Clayton, I got something really special for you coming on top of a Christmas gift for you, my friend.
Literally, it's on top of it.
Yeah. So we're going to roll it again because Clayton actually is being super generous, and Clayton's going to get something really nice this weekend when I see him. I'm actually going to be running in. All right. Do the thing. All right, guys. Somebody I don't know personally is going to win something. I promise you. If I have to give it out myself. All right. For an odious head painted by the amazing Casting Cave. 7.
That's a lucky number.
That's a real lucky number. Who is lucky?
Number.
Who's lucky 7? Casting Cave.
Oh my god, that is so fun! I'm just kidding.
It's like, who? All right. Where is he? Esteban? Where's Esteban? Esteban Barraza! Barraza.
And if I misspelled your names, don't look too closely.
Esteban Barraza. Boom. You just won an odious head for Christmas.
Like that. Merry Christmas!
So, Esteban, if you could, if you're on, I guess since you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, message me. And he's like, wait, what? Yeah, you have won an odious head from Casting Cave. Message me all of your information, and I'll get with Corey on that. And, yeah. Awesome.
Exciting.
I didn't even know Corey was going to do that.
That is so awesome. Okay, I'll let you have your time.
Thank you so much, Christine,
Yes,
everybody.
Love you, babe.
Love you.
Love all of y'all. Merry Christmas!
Awesome. Wow. That was pretty stinking cool. Oh, I signed this for Corey. He's going to throw the box away. He's going to toss it. We're going to sell the... I want to see it on eBay, Corey. And it'll sell for $10. That's hilarious. Merry Christmas, y'all. That was really cool. That was fun. I was hoping that would be a hit. Wade's going to be giving out a lot of stuff as well on his, so that'll be really, really fun. There's another spawn there. There's a modded spawn. He's going to be up for grabs, so don't miss it. You might, Corey, you stay off of there, though. I'm going to let him know you can't get that. Of course. That is so awesome. That's funny to me. One time I did a giveaway for whenever I was going to go to Nepal, and I'd found the Sentinel that was showing up at Ross. It was those the correct color ones too. At first they came out with those like purple and blue ones that nobody really, we liked them, but it was like eh. And then they released the special ones, and they were hard to get. And then they showed up at Ross, and so I found a bunch of them. I bought them all for friends. I bought one for myself, and then I bought one for a fundraiser, basically, for people to donate money to the Nepal fundraiser. However much you donated, you got a slot in. Basically, I guess it was basically a raffle, but it was going to a trip to Nepal to bring medicine to people in Nepal. So this is a trip I went on. There's actually a video of it online if you'd like to see it at some point. But anyways, Craig Warwick won, which was funny because he obviously was a friend of mine at the time. But Craig Warwick also lived in freaking Scotland. He lives in Scotland. He's Scottish. And he just so happened to be coming to the States to meet his in-laws, so I was able to ship it in the States. I was like, oh, God. I was like, this is going to cost me more money than I expected. Cool, man. Well, Esteban, I hope that made your night. I know it made mine. Corey, that was really, really freaking cool of you. That's awesome. Like I said, I didn't want to advertise any kind of. I wanted it to be a big surprise. I also didn't want to like advertise that and as a way of bringing in people. I wanted it to go to the crew Maru. I know that was something that Wade was saying. He was like, I hope that it goes to his Tuesday crew or whatever, the OG crew, and I thought that was cool. And I've been wanting to give away that for a long time. I talked to Wade a month or two ago when he talked about his Christmas special, and I was like, I'd love to donate, a spawn to that. But yeah, awesome, man. That was really, really cool. That was super fun. And Corey, you got your own. You got your spawn. It's the club spawn too, so you could be a club boy. Signed by me. It's what you've always wanted. I know. Anyways, that was super fun. That was cool. I'm glad that went the way it did. That it couldn't have planned that one better. Clayton, I'm hooking you up anyway, brother. I got some fun stuff for a Christmas extravaganza. We're gonna be meeting up on Saturday, but I got some stuff I'm gonna give him. Bob the Odds coming back down. He's coming down on Sunday, and we're gonna hang out here at the house. We're just gonna chill, and Clayton and his wife are gonna be coming over here, and we're gonna hang out. And I'm gonna give him a present for Christmas because I do that. That was awesome. That was really, really fun, guys. But a lot of Christmas spirit in here. Well, now you can't say you've never won anything because you did, and you'd be like, well, I did win, but then I gave it away to somebody else. And they're gonna be like, man, you're pretty awesome. Super cool. I was looking up. It's funny. I kind of want to do a top list here, man. See, our group is kind of different, man. The way we collect. And when I say our group, I mean like. We have a small group. It's usually me, Johnny Mechanich. I think I said that right. I've never known how to say Corey, do you know how to say Johnny's name? But me, Clayton, Johnny, my buddy Anthony, Ryan Folsom, and Corey from Casting Cave. We have a chat group. Also, my buddy Nick Yee's in there now. He's our newest member of our chat group. And we all kind of collect different. It's pretty cool. But, yo, T-Dog, you see her? You see the Employee of the Month? Dude, so T-Dog's the guy I met at that Target. Employee of the Month. She's a skinny, young, African-American female. And she will cut through you with her stare. Because she cut through me whenever I came back with that second robe. Johnny Mechanic. We have a Dropbox that we share together, and I named it McHoney to mix our last names. He's like, that's weird. I'm like, yep. But anyways, like I was saying, we have a chat group, and we just kind of talk on there daily. We'll throw up our chats in there, our chat videos, or like video chats and whatnot, and we all collect real different in there. It's pretty cool. Everybody in there kind of marches to the beat of their own drum, so to speak, and I like that a lot. I think that's cool, and so it's always fun to hear different people's outlooks on, different figures. It's kind of funny because it's like, people ask you like, what is your top 5 of 2020? And I don't know, man. I get lost like trying to figure out like what freaking came out in 2020. You know what I mean? Like, always throws me off. I'm having a heck here trying to get this thing lined up. I think I put it in wrong. There we go. Give me just a second, guys. Let me. It was really cool of Christine to come in here and help with that. She was pretty excited about the idea, anyways. All right, sorry about that. Kind of lost my train of thought there. I wanted to make sure I was messing with super glue, and a lot can go wrong with super glue. So, did I get Splinter and Baxter? Yes. Fun story. You missed that, T-Dog. Ori, my man Ori here, found him for me, and went ahead and picked him up. The guy was the Target employee was cool enough to sell him 2 of them, and so I PayPal'd him immediately. And I was like, man, I would love to meet up with you right now because I'm in town and I know he lives close to me, which is super cool. And he's like, yeah, I could actually bring it over there to you. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me right now, man. And so we got to meet up and Christine's like, do you guys want to go to Target with us and just hang? Or he's like, yeah, okay. So it was awesome. Perfect time to like go out and hang out and, meet Ori, really. Meet like a fellow collector. Meet a guy that's on here all the time. He's one of the top supporters in these chats. And so he's just over here. He's a local guy. And so T-Dog, we got another guy. I'm just like building this like awesome local team that whenever things get to normal, or at least semi-normal, we're going to hit it. We're going to hit some shops up. We got a pretty good group showing up right now. So I love it. I just really like it. And I owe a lot of it to these chats, man. These guys show up, and I can't believe how many people are local. What's up, Chris Herndon? I got a new figure that went along with the... Chris hooked me up with freaking... Not only I want to say SDCC, but that exclusive armor figure. But then he also found this for me, which is funny. The other day I found like 3 of these at a Target. I was like, oh my god. I was like, if I would have waited, but still, big props, super thanks. Meet a fellow collector in the wild, right? It's crazy. This is probably one of the McFarlane's better figures. The only thing I don't like about this is whenever I'm trying to mod it, these horns are so sharp on top of the head that it almost cuts through my skin when I'm trying to press down. Can I be a part of the group even though I'm in Virginia? You're a part of the group. You're part of the group right now. Look at that. Bang, bang. Man, I need to make sure that trying to make sure that the super glue doesn't stick to the waist. I think this worked out really well. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I got dude, okay, Ori, yeah. Did we talk? I can't remember if we talked about that or not. This is the one thing I don't like about the figure is the chin looks like garbage. It looks like he kissed a tire. Look at that. It's not good. That is not good. That is some schmutz. Actually, see, that's one of the reasons why I want to have Casting Cave on here as a guest. He could teach you how to do this stuff. He's talked to us about because he gets it. There's a science to this stuff. It's not just like put on this layer, put on that layer. No, he can tell you the science behind it. You know what I mean? Like the way. Just structure. It's way more knowledgeable than I'll ever be in this stuff. So it's really, really cool. Dribbled a little blood pudding. Chris Jordan says, do you have the new Arkham Batman? I don't. I won't be getting that one, unfortunately. I'm not a giant Batman fan. There's just a few that I do like. I bought the Grim Knight because he was $15, and I wanted to test on that one. Which there's a few more things I'm going to be trying out with that. Corey, I bought my hot knife, by the way. I bought him and was it the White Knight Batman or whatever it is, and I can't remember. I don't keep up with them, but I bought that one, the one that had the Joker that went with them, and that Thomas Wayne. I didn't buy a whole lot of them. I'm not just really into buying all of them. Like I said, I got sucked into buying the McFarlane figures because I really like the Spawn. That was a super cool figure. He kind of works as well because he's so large compared to other figures. So I was cool with that, and then I just kind of started falling into buying a lot. I ended up with a lot more of these figures than I wanted or expected to buy. Just because there's no DC outlet for me, so it's like that's the only way I could get DC, and I don't know. I'm not hating on them. It's just I don't know. The problem I have, the biggest, honest to God, the biggest problem I have with these figures, besides scale, is getting them to stand up with these awful ankles. Like, so here I am. Trying to get him to stand straight. Oh, I guess he's going to stand straight for me. Cool. But he's one of the few. Like I said, he's one of the better ones. But I have so much trouble trying to stand him up on these ankles. It's ridiculous. Was it a... So I've got the... I bought another Johnny Silverhand. They had a deal at GameStop, which they might still have this. I got this guy for $15. And this is the one that comes with that really dope bomb bag. Like that nuclear bag. If you guys that are playing Cyberpunk know what I'm talking about. He's also got the gripping hand. Corey, by the way, that's what I was talking about when we were asking about you asked me what's different about him. He comes with like this different gun, he comes with a bag, and then he comes with this gripping hand, which the cool thing about it is it comes off super easy just like the other ones. So you can pop this on the other Johnny Silverhand as well if you have them both. But anyways, this is one of the few that the ankles work on because you can't see them because of the pants legs here. But you also don't get hardly any range. It's like, I don't like it whenever they're able to just, like that. That's too... Oh, you snap the ankle. Dang, that's crazy. So I haven't broken any of those yet. I haven't seen one break either. So that sucks, man. Man, that's definitely... Hey, that's something to look out for, though. For sure. Also, currently I'm trying to... So what happened here, I guess this is the Red Skull figure. I never got this figure, but it looks pretty cool. I wanted it. I think it was the one that came with like all the Hydra parts and whatnot. I wish it had a Hugo Weaving head. That would be super cool. Look good on there. But I don't like this chest diaphragm at all because it's kind of pointless. But I guess it's not bad. Horrible, but... So what happened here is it broke the barbell off, which is inside of the leg. Which, honestly, this might actually be kind of tough to get into because these will not pop out. You actually have to crack open this, as we've seen tonight, and then I'll need a drill. I like to drill all the way through so it's completely secure. So these are actually going to be a little more tough than I expected, which is fine. Edward's been super cool, which I guess he left, but... So usually what I like to do is I'll get my tiny screwdriver here on the seam. Just kind of... And see if we can't crack this dang seam open. My wrist pegs have broken on a few of mine. It sucks. Do you know a way to repair them? I'll have to check. Chris Jordan said, so I have this guy... Johnny Silverhand, and I trimmed the belly a bit to add better crunch. Try it if you want. I didn't think he needed any due to the... Since everything's rubber, I mean, the crunch on this guy is... That's pretty crazy because it's all rubber. But I could see what you're talking about if you were to trim out like this because it looks like his pants are... Look at that. Does not look pretty from the side. It's like a transformer from the back. Yeah, the rubber stuff's kind of cool. It just like, I don't know, it has its, it definitely has its place. Man, it looks like you could take off this. Looks like the vest is separate. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. And also, me and my buddy Clayton, we were talking today during our lunch breaks, and I went through and basically removed these glasses. You just kind of got to be careful. Kind of go under the. Me and Corey were talking about this the other day. What is it called? What is this called? Like the ear frame of glasses. What is this part called? That's on that connects. That hangs on your ear. What is that part called in glasses? Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. So you gotta go under from the front, and then there's these bigger hooks that basically they kind of go out like this and stick into Johnny's head. So I just clip those off, and then you can now you got your Keanu head, which my wife said this looks like Cyberpunk on PlayStation 1. And then she also said it looks like somebody took an old pencil and carved it to make it look like Keanu Reeves. I was like, man, I thought it wasn't too bad until you started talking. I was like, dang. So I might need to have like a sub channel where Christine reviews figures, because it might be the most savage channel ever. So we'll see. But an arm. Okay, the arm. The arm of glasses. Thank you. I learned that was something today. That's the scientific term. Gotcha. The arm. I did not know that. I've never had glasses. I've only had sunglasses, so didn't know that. Yeah, I put the glasses on my figure. I've been doing that a lot. Like I got Barb from Stranger Things, and I took her glasses too. She was $3 at GameStop on clearance, so I stole her glasses. My Toychanic guy's turning into a bully. Yeah, dude. Christine said an old pencil. And I was talking about like Toddy. I was like, not bad, Toddy Mac, or Toddy Mac and cheese. And she's like, oh, are you saying cheese because his face looks like cheese? I'm like, this Keanu's face doesn't look like cheese. Man, I can't get this thing to crack. It's really, really sealed tight. Dang it, that sucks. Gotta keep on going. So your glasses can hug your face. Makes sense to me. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do here is cut through with a razor blade to get the seam to split a little bit. And then I'll go back in with a... Is it cheese because he ages like fine wine? I guess. I was calling it... Since Wade started calling them Toddy Mac, and I was like, oh, Toddy Mac and cheese. But then she's like, is that because his face looks like cheese? She said, oh, that looks like Cyberpunk on PS1. I was like, damn, girl, you're being savage today. Had my second crash in Cyberpunk last night, so far that's pretty good compared to everybody else's horror stories, apparently. Ricky, I need that sad trombone for you. Got dad jokes for days. Man, this thing is really, really well. Yeah, I want to say it's well made, but it's just the crotch is just really hard to break apart. But apparently the leg was not. Man, I guess I've just got to find a way to like get this thing. I need to find a way to hammer the razor blade in. This might not be a good one for a stream, seeing that I'm just freaking hammering the table right now. It's probably going to be really annoying. Yeah, I might have to work on this one in off time because, man, which sucks. I really wanted to get to this one. This is crazy. But it'll be good because I think there's more like this that I have to fix. Yeah, Ricky, I got you, man. I understand what you're saying. Man, I cannot believe how well this is stuck together. Oh, man, you know what I'm thinking happened? I'm betting. So sometimes this happens. Sometimes the lower area, haven't seen this in a while, but the lower area is connected together, but on the top in the mold, it's got the actual peg that goes up into the torso, which means you have to crack the torso in order to get the bottom half out. And I'm wondering if that's how this is built. Because it seems to be cracking out for me, but man, this thing's brutal. Sheesh, man. I didn't expect this. This is crazy. I wish I knew how this thing was put together, though, so I could know that I'm doing this either right or wrong. Also, this thing is built like garbage. These little solid peg pieces are not the way to go. I'm gonna do this off camera just because it's just gonna be annoying. Hammering. It's also 9 o'clock. Maybe I should call it a night. I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to keep going, I can keep going. If you guys want to call it a night, you let me know. Because I got plenty to repair. And tomorrow we're having our Christmas, so I don't have to work for the next 4 days. Very excited about that. Ricky M, you afraid Toddy Mac's going to come after you? Because he might. I saw that the Spawn started shipping as well. So that's cool. But not everybody's going to be getting them. I know I'm going to be the last guy to get mine in. Because he's probably got spies following me, knowing that I'm going to try to make that change his figure. Mine's going to be the only one that gets canceled. Watch. Ooh, Ricky M. That sounds nice. Off until January 4th. Whew, could you imagine? My buddy Anthony's like that sometimes. He gets, I don't know if he's got all those days off right now, so. Oh, Julian, that's super cool, man. Yeah, I tend to only buy for like maybe 5 people. I've got my friend Clayton, my friend Anthony, my buddy Ryan, Bob, Corey, my wife, obviously, and then my mom and grandfather. That's about it. That is about it. Ooh, this is gross. I think this one's gonna have to be resculpted. Man, look at this. Not much you can do with that, but resculpt. Oh, Calvin J. That was the beetle. I just had to remove a wrist peg from it. Looks like he put new different hands on here. I think these are Marvell's hands actually, but and it looks like the pegs were a little too big. So this is Beetle, and then we've got Marvell here. It's not even Marvell, is it? No, this isn't even Marvell. This is oh, what was his name? What was Jude Law's character? He would have been a perfect Marvell. Jan Rog. Yeah, Jan Rog. I actually really liked that movie a lot, but they definitely got a few things wrong. But we are getting an older Rambo, so that'll be cool. See what happens. Man, this thing just broke right the F off. Cool. Man, not only it broke, it snapped like in 2 places. Look at this. So it broke here, a little chip off there, and then it broke there. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, why not? Why don't we do a little, yeah, Jan Rog, that was his name. Why don't we do a little, let's do a little sculpting. How's that sound? This is going to be very, very, very simple sculpting. If I can find my sculpt. My buddy Clayton just got his first batch of this. This is the best stuff. The Procreate sculpt, which I guess I've lost. I have 2 boxes of Procreate sculpt somewhere around here, and I constantly misplace it. In fact, I had it the other day, and I must have put it back here. Hang on. There we go. So this stuff is really cool. So it actually tells you here, there's like a little list, and it tells you the ratio to use for your resin and your hardener. Basically, the more hardener you use, the softer and more flexible it's going to become. And you can make some really cool stuff out of this. You can do hair, you can do weapons, you can do anything, just about. So I'm going to go probably 50-50. I want this to be a little more hard, but I also don't want it to be crazy hard like it used to be, because obviously that's what caused it to break. So I'm going to do about a 60-40 here. See, I got just a little bit of, see the 60-40. Here's our, looks like there's a little hair there. Looks like we got, this is our hardener and this is our resin. And so we're going to mix that up until it's a uniform gray color. this knocked out. I'm actually working on a young Captain Marvel, or Phil Coulson from Captain Marvel. Basically just sculpted a little more hair on him. And I've got a Ben Mendelsohn custom too. I just slapped the, what was his name, Krennic head on it from Rogue One. Popped that head onto just a suited body. It looks pretty good. Alright, so this is what it'll look like. Just gray. I'm always trying to get it to focus. So we're gonna, important thing to do is to always have some water nearby. Just water's kind of murky, but that's okay. And then your sculpting tools. Some of my favorites. These are called color shapers. They have a rubber tip. So these are really fun to sculpt with. You can wet them, you can smooth out your sculpt. And then I've got, looks like there's my favorite. This is like a dental tool, but it's super strong. A lot of those dental tools are pretty flimsy. But this is one of my favorite. This thing's super strong and good for shaping sculpt. So I'm going to take a small piece. I'm going to take a small piece here. Fill this in here. Just keep your tools wet. Make sure we're not going to run into any articulation issues. If you get your fingers wet, you can use your fingers. And this will be easy to paint because it's just a flat black. Make sure it doesn't touch the green here because I don't want to have to match that color. And then we're going to take the bigger chunk here, and it looks like it literally broke right around, perfectly around the green and black. So we're going to kind of shape it out just a little bit, just kind of a curve. My fingernail there to wet our tool, smooth this out. Once again, we're going to move our neck piece to make sure it this is moving exactly the way we want it to. And so now we've got just a smooth piece here, smooth piece there. And I can actually smooth it out probably just a little more so it's not, when we paint it, it doesn't look obvious that we just globbed on a piece of sculpt. So I can actually have it where it runs down into the seam lines. Cut off the edge here a little bit. And then you can see here, you got to be careful. See, you can see my fingerprint that's actually in there. And so this is why I like the color shapers. You get a little water on here, and you can just kind of still see it. So you just kind of apply a little more pressure. We'll take our tool here, run it alongside. This is getting smooth. You can see a little piece kind of got off to the side here, right here. So we'll run this tool, basically just rake it, follow the sculpt line. And there you go. Got a nice little smooth piece. We'll let that dry. Test our articulation one more time, make sure it's not gonna run into any issues, cause it to rake up or rub the sculpt off. And Ori said, Bill, have you tried speeding up the curing process by putting the sculpt in the oven? No, sir. No, I wouldn't do that. Seeing that the sculpt is on my plastic, I would not want to put that in. I wouldn't. Just let it sit. This stuff only takes like an hour to dry, so if you're needing less time than that, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Just let it run run its natural course, you know. That's my suggestion. It always sucks too when you have like this little piece of sculpt left over, like something like this little piece. What I tend to do is I'll show you a little fun little thing here. So what I do is to not really waste it. Let's see if I can't. So I like to roll it out basically. I like to make cigars out of them. Cigars or cigarettes. So you can see we got a pretty good shape going here. So I'll take my razor blade and we'll cut this in half, and that'll make us 2 cigars. But obviously we don't want these jacked up ends on here. So we'll take them and kind of smooth them out. If you want one lit, you can take, I usually have let's see if my tool's over here. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a tool, basically has a pin on the end here. I'll take this right here, and I'll wet my fingers so I don't get too much of a fingerprint on these. And I'll just, like so, just jag the edge. And what this is going to do is create that kind of an ashy, textured end. You can paint this like kind of orange and dry brush it orange, or if you can keep it gray or something like that if you want it to look lit. Just kind of gives it a little fun end there. And then what I do is I'll take my razor blade, right? And I'll dip it in water. And I go in at a diagonal angle like this and apply pressure. Make sure I can get this in here. So start at a diagonal angle and roll it down. And what that does was it gives you the tobacco like paper roll lines, you know, whenever you get a good cigar. And whenever you dry brush it, these lines will show up. Don't want to press too hard though, you'll cut it, you know, you'll cut it into chunks. But it's just kind of a little detail that I think is cool. Just do it a few times. We'll do it on this one too. There you go. Just like that. Got yourself some cigars from some leftover sculpt. And you could probably even wrap like a little sticker around them or something like that, or like a little piece of paper, or even sculpt and paint if you wanted to have like the little seal on there. I'm going to kind of round out the end here to make this look more like an unlit cigar. I don't usually do those. I think that'd be kind of cool just to have as a, like if somebody was offering somebody a cigar, it wouldn't be lit already, so. And there you go. There's a fun little tutorial tip. That's my personal method. You can kind of see there. I don't know how well that's going to show up on y'all's end, but you can kind of see the lines there. And like I said, once these will dry in about 30-40 minutes, and then you can paint it black. What I do is I'll go in either Duplicolor or black, or since these are so small, Duplicolor is really good because then you can't scratch it off as bad or as easy. Duplicolor is a automotive upholstery spray paint, and you can buy it at AutoZone or O'Reilly Auto Parts. Just make sure you get matte. I usually get matte, and you can spray this on there. It dries really fast, and then dry the other side, and then go in and dry brush it, with a brown, just a light, or darker brown, but just a light dry brush, and you'll see those like kind of lines that you created with your razor blade start to appear, and it just kind of shows off like the little extra bit of work. And boom. I'll set these off over to the side there. And there we go. I've made cigarettes out of those. I've done cigars out of those. I've done all sorts of crazy stuff. Ringer, do I have a Twitter account? I think so, but I don't ever get on Twitter. It's kind of a cesspool. Like Facebook. I don't like Facebook either. I have a Facebook account, and I have a Facebook like page, which I talk to a lot of people through there, but I like the Facebook business suite because I can just chat through there. But I don't tend to get on there as much just because I think it's kind of gross. Just my opinion. Also, there are sugar-free Canada Dries. Holy spicoli. That's what I'm talking about right there. Put our sculpt back where we found the stuff. Kind of off topic, on topic. I picked up the Marty McFly, NECA Marty McFly here, and I like it, kinda. The head's alright. It's a little too much blush. And I just realized that what really upset me about this figure was that he doesn't have fists, so you cannot create the iconic, like, the cover to every single Back to the Future Every single one of them. That's what he's doing. You can't remove the sunglasses, and he doesn't come with fists. So naturally, I also bought part two. I was like, what am I doing? I was actually with Ori when I found this one, and I was like, you know what? This is the one I want. This is I think Back to the Future 2 is probably my favorite. It definitely has my favorite design. Like, and this right here is just icing on the cake. Check this out. This is so cool. Oh, you know what's coming. You already know what's coming, don't you? You already know what's coming. Yep. It's Maru to the future. I would totally wear this jacket as well. These are my colors, man. Orange and gray. So, freaking awesome. But yeah, I can't believe that they don't have the fist, man. It drives me crazy. So, I was playing around with some today. I think that if I were to also sanded down all the hands, because these things are kind of a pain in the butt to get out, and I don't want to break them. I was thinking that like you could probably put, since there's just peg holes in here, I think you could put a peg in there, or even like a small joint. Let's see if I've got one. While I'm thinking about it, I don't think I have I may not have a flesh tone joint on me. But if I've got a small enough one, maybe we can try something here. Here's a brown one. Maybe that'll work. So here's a tiny little joint right here that I had just in fodder. And let's see if it'll fit. I don't want to have to do like a lot of work for this. I just want to see if it'll work. Just try it. Let's see if we got anything smaller. I know they make really small ones for like some of the female import figures. I don't think I have any extras. They tend to not get like. So what I used to do is buy joint lots on eBay, and you don't know what you're gonna get, but they tend to not give you the really good ones. But so let's see. We can take something like this, for example. This is just for fun, and see if this works. This is an idea I had. I just want to see if this will work correctly. So I think you can buy like knockoff Mezcos and whatnot, and I was thinking that maybe a Mezco wrist might work. So I believe these are Punisher hands from the Netflix Punisher. And it looks like they would. You would have to, obviously cut this down a bit, and it would work because right now they're just a little too long. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can't try this real quick. Okay. Okay. You might have to mod it a little bit more, but not bad. I think if it was flesh tone, it gets the point across. It doesn't look weird. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. Cool. Well, that's good. I was talking to my buddy Clayton about this today. I was like, man, what do we do? Yeah, the hoverboard's dope, but man, this outfit is so good. I love this outfit. What's funny though is when I was looking through the parts and whatnot, he obviously comes with like the Pepsi and stuff, but the first Marty comes with the some of the funniest accessories. I don't remember the guitar being this tiny, and maybe it's just my memory, but Man, look at this thing. Like, look how tiny that thing is. This is such a little. It's like a uke. I don't remember it being that small. Oh yeah, me and Clayton were playing around today. I was like showing him. I was like trying to find the right hands for this thing. I was like, man, it just blows my mind that they don't. Because I talked to my buddy Anthony. I was like, they didn't give him fists. He's like, well, he didn't fight anybody. I'm like, but he, oh, the cover, man, the cover, and oh, yeah, I don't know. The board is super cool though. And it's kind of funny that for the, let's see if I can find it over here. The hoverboard. There it is. They in lieu of the Mattel logos, they put NECA. It'd been awesome if they could have got like the rights to their logo. Because now it just feels cheap. That was the first scene of the first movie. Tiny guitar, huge amp. Ah. Yeah, so apparently, I guess people are taking, like, the guitar pick, I guess, out of his hand. And, like, I don't want to do that. That's, like, part of the charm of this hand. This hand has a guitar pick in it. I want to keep it that way, but... Yeah, Ringer says he punches Biff a few times. See? I haven't bought Biff yet. I want Doc. And I don't know if I'm going to buy Biff or not. Biff looks like... Man, that's what me and Ori were talking about. Biff, he's like... He looks like a Barbie doll. His face is so... Like... Oh, man. I don't know. There's a lot of blush. A lot of blush on that boy. And I think I'm going to remove these sunglasses as well. I should do that right now. Trying to do it without breaking them because these things feel very fragile. Trying not to scratch his freaking makeup face. I don't know why there's so much like makeup on him. There we go. Cool, so just with a little sculpt, which of course I just used my extra sculpt, but with like a little extra sculpt you could fill in those little holes on the side or keep them there, I guess, whatever. But these are some nice looking aviators. Speaking of which, I actually wear aviators in real life. It's the only kind of sunglasses I like. See if they'll fit my guy. I was talking to Corey. I was like, I think I might have you cast these for me so I could chrome them out as well. That's another weird thing. Like the lenses are like, they're like solid black. And even on the cover, once again, they're chrome. That's not bad. Boom. Hell yeah. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, I might have to send those over to Mr. Casting Cave. I'll just send him with his spawn that he won earlier. Right. Didn't give us the sunglasses on the head. Right. So they give us this funky weird head where he's like, just like, I don't understand And they did it again. It's like just lifeless eyes. But I think now, because this is the head you want the sunglasses pushed up on. So I think you could pull that off now. Since the sunglasses are off, you could have him like pulling them up. Man, I wish that would focus. Nope, not gonna. Okay. Yeah, I think you can get away with that. Grip him in his hand, push him up like that. Yeah, that would totally work. Hey, Billy Moon, take care, bro. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much, man, and happy holidays if I don't hear from you again until, next time. I like this resting face here, though. Heads don't want to seem to, click in. This is one Mezco needs to tackle, because I love this outfit. Yeah, hazmat suit Marty. That, you mean the peg warmer Marty. Man, I want Doc. I definitely want Doc. These shoes are sick. Cool. I think I might actually... I'm going to go ahead and fill in those holes on his head real quick. And that's the cool thing about this Procreate sculpt, man, is you can just kind of just pick up a little bit and go. Probably see Billy Moon on Saturday hyping Wade and Fwoosh up. Yep. Yeah, dude. That's going to be cool. Looking forward to doing that as well. I think he's going to be having guests on there for like 15 minutes or so. So that means I'll probably be on there for 5 and Robo will be on there for 2.5 hours. Every time those two get together, it's going to be a show. There we go. Mix us up a little more sculpt. Didn't expect to be doing this tonight, but we're doing it. Why not? Or you and your T-Rex. You might as well put him in the Ninja Turtle band, too. You could just you could give him this tiny little guitar. Ricky, right? Yeah, dude, those guys go all night. It's crazy. I think I've lasted one night with them because I was in here, I just so happened to be working on, I can't remember what it was, because I generally don't get to catch it. Which sucks, man, but because, you usually got, like I have right now, just a mountain of work. And luckily the holidays are here, so I should be able to, it'll give me time to catch up. Because as soon as the holidays are over, people are like, hey, man, did you have a good holiday? I'm like, yep. It's like, how's the figures coming? It's like, we're on it. We're getting on it. So I'd like to kind of get a little heads up, catch up during these holidays. That'd be cool. Although this weekend is freaking packed, man. I got plans. All sorts of crazy plans. But it was crazy, man. Last time I did a stream, I want to say I jumped up like 40 or 60 hours. That's a lot, man. That is a heck of a lot on my so the road to the monetizing. It was insane, man. I couldn't believe. I got up the next morning because I'll check and I'm like, all right, where am I at? I don't check it every day. It's usually like before. It's usually before and after. So like maybe a night before a stream and then a morning after the stream. It's crazy. I want to put together a Dark Knights metal band. Devastator on drums, Batman Who Laughs on guitar, and Black Canary on vocals. Dope. Who's on bass? Got that bass, man. You need to have that badass Wonder Woman on bass. She looks dope, man. That one coming out with the mohawk. These tools like this are really good for sculpting in hair. So a lot of people ask me if I sculpt, and I don't really. I'm pretty good at like filling in like sculpt lines and stuff like that. He's gonna look like Reed Richards when I'm done with him. Oh yeah, death metal. Oh, I forgot about death metal soups. Isn't he like the really short figure though? He's like supposed to be taller, and they made him really really short. Crazy McFarlane. He was talking about he had that little interview or whatever talking about the Terry McGinnis figure. He's like, yeah, most companies don't usually do them this tall, but we're gonna do them taller. I'm like, don't. Why are you doing this? And me and Ori were talking about that, and both of us are just kind of like, you just kind of shake your head and like, what are you doing, dude? Oh yeah, that new Batman's gonna have a guitar. Yeah, I want that. I want that motorcycle. But I wanted to. I wanted it to mod it for my Storm Collectibles Lobo. But it looks like there's rumor that Storm Collectibles might actually be doing the Lobo's motorcycle. It's crazy. Cool. And there we go. We got some sculpt in there. So when that dries, we'll match the paint. We'll have Marty without holes in his hairlines. I always keep these little tons of these like little baggies. Yeah, look at all that plastic. This is like a lot of plastic here. You're gonna like this. There's so much plastic. You guys are gonna freak out. It's real cool. It's the coolest thing you've ever seen because of how much plastic there is. It's just a lot of plastic. It's like there is a lot of plastic, Mr. McFarlane. Toddy Mac. Yeah, Mezco could do a Lobo, but I don't know how they'll ever top that Storm one, man. That thing is freaking amazing. That thing is crazy cool. Cool. I actually needed. So the other day I cut the hair off of my figure, the lines that were in the front, because I tend to keep my hair a little cleaner. And now I can fill those lines in. It makes me happy. This was a good night. Gave away some figures. Had a few surprises. Had a couple of laughs. Shared a few tears. Well, we didn't do that, but you know. Look at that. It's looking great. I should probably show you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, I would love Storm. I thought Storm was supposed to do the cycle. I would love Dog. That'd be great. Yeah, I thought like yeah they teased the cycle. There we go. Yeah, I have the I think I have the DC Direct Dog with my Lobo right now, which is fine. You know, you're not gonna get much out of him anyway. If he was articulated, that'd be kind of cool, but because I'd actually got the DC UC one after years of searching. I finally found him, and he didn't come with Dog. He actually came with the DC Direct Dog because I got him from a kind of like a toy reseller shop, and which I kind of like that one better. The detail was better, but it would be nice to have one from Storm Collectibles. Yeah, this is looking good. Cool. Let's do the other side. Yeah, the Bane looks a little statuey. There's nothing to it. I think he can move his arms. I think that's it. Which sucks. My buddy Clayton, he's working on a custom one from the which I've seen few people work on. He's doing his different, but the Storm Collectibles Alex from Street Fighter. It's a pretty dang good base. That looks pretty cool. Get the right parts to add on to and throw your own spin on it. Looks great. Yeah, so when we get those stimulus checks, if you get one, they put a lot of stipulations on that this time. Cool. This looks good. Happy with this. I constantly, like I said, this figure myself is constantly a work in progress, which I think is like some kind of metaphor for life. You should always be working on yourself. Pretty happy with the way this has turned out, though. I want a version of this head like scaled down, though. Or if anybody sees a head that looks like me in figure arts size, that would be cool. Trying to, I'd like to have a figure arts version too. That'd be cool. I want to make like an anime version of myself. I think that'd be dope as hell. Yeah, this looks good. Just need a little cleaned up. Great. Love it. Nightfall Bane. Man, I'm excited about the Mafex stuff that's coming out more than anything. I saw that they did like the Superman, which I'm not excited for, but it does excite me in the way that like they're doing more like those '90s characters and whatnot. I know we're getting a really cool. Well, I don't like the outfit, but I like that they're doing it. The Ben Riley. Obviously, I want the freaking Scarlet Spider Ben Riley, but yeah, Bill Maruchan. Or just Bill Maru. Be so cool. PS5 stimulus memes. Yeah, Calvin, I did. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah. Oh, or Ori, I think you're gonna get it. You'll probably get that in steel. I imagine. Steel would be really cool. I want an Aquaman, but if they're going '90s, I don't want that one. I don't want Hook Hand Aquaman. Ugh. Unless it's like right when he got the hook hand, because then he's in the orange and green with the long hair and the beard, and he looked freaking awesome. Um, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I think you definitely could be getting Doomsday, but I would doubt it if you're gonna get Superboy and Steel because the route it's going, it looks like that's exactly what you're gonna get. Um, the fact that they're pumping into those '90s lines is freaking crazy. I cannot believe they're doing Jean Paul Valley. That is insane. That was immediate pre-order for me. He's my favorite Batman. He's crazy. The crazy boy. Hey, if he comes with interchangeable water hand, I'm down. I love the water hand. That was one of the coolest books, man, and a cool power. I wish he still had that hand. That was super cool. I love the water hand. Ugh, so good. That's what I need is like a Mafex figure or something along that with like an articulated clear blue hand because I've got some that are but they're not articulated. Crypto. Oh, it'd be awesome if they made a big storm for Aquaman. I'd love it. Ringer, yeah, no, it'll be Aquaman with bat ears if it comes from McFarlane. Well, I'm getting the drowned, but she's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like her. But damn, dude, you need to make some more characters. Jeez, two Green Lanterns and one was a Batman. I'm like, ugh. McFarlane. That's yeah, because it's like that. That's the funny thing is like if he would have made it like Devastator, that'd been cool. You know, Clayton said Bat Cow. Yeah. Oh my god. Didn't they make Aquaman like an orangutan? I'm like, that doesn't seem to make sense. Grodd does not look very articulate at all, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Rolling some more stuff out here. I don't think he is as articulated as Devastator, but I could be wrong. I hope he is too, man. That'd be cool. Because a good Grodd would be awesome. Because even DC UC's Grodd was... Mm, yeah, I passed on Flash. I don't know. I bought like a lot of these new ones. Mainly, I've really liked the Azrael collection I've got going on, which is pretty cool. But oh, Ricky M, you missed out on him, dude. Devastator was like $15 at Walmart. That sucks. Mm. I should have bought. I had one for my friend Anthony too, but he didn't want him, so I put him back. I should have bought it on principle just because of how cheap it was, but I did not. Got to leave one for the next collector. Oop. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. The McFarlane line's weird because it seems like all the stores I see like just kept. They're all random. I never know what I'm gonna find. Just never know what I'm gonna find. Yeah, he's $30, which is crazy because you'd think he would have been 30 to begin with, just because of how big he is. But regular price, that's crazy. That's why I was so shocked when I went to like purchase or like all those figures on the on the pegs, and it said 1588 or whatever. I'm like, dang, that seems crazy cheap for the figure. And sure enough, beep, 1588. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Very crazy. All right, looks like we got more. I'm trying to roll out some cigarettes right now, but can't seem to get a good spot to roll these things out on. I think the stuff's just drying up on me. Yeah, I mean, $30 seems a bit. I don't know. There's just not much to them. I think I'm gonna make little joints out of this. Spin them, spin the ends. So that's what the NECA still needs to make. We talked about this a long time ago, but they need to make camp counselors for Jason Voorhees. Noise. For all my little pot smoking figures. There you go, boys. Yeah, say what you want. Todd McFarlane's figures sell, man. And they'll continue to do so. It is nice to see him back in the toy industry, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Say what you want, but he's doing a pretty decent job. I wish they were smaller, but they're, it is what it is. If they were 6-inch scaled, I think they would be really freaking great. Like, possibly one of the best DC lines ever, just because of how many he's giving us. And but that 7-inch, I don't know. I don't know how long it'll last. I guess if he just keeps making them, if he can afford to keep making them, then that's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, I got Devastator here. I can't believe that, man. Like, why not get freaking Kevin Bacon's? Like, get his likeness. If there was a Kevin Bacon figure. Just do, you know what? Even if you don't do Kevin Bacon from Friday the 13th, do Tremors. Give me Burt Ward, or excuse me, Fred Ward. Give me Kevin Bacon. Give me Reba McEntire. Everybody from the first film. I would even take Grady from the second. just opened up this bag that I put Devastator in and it just smells like plastic. It's interesting that they went with a different design for the wrists as well. The old Bert. I'm out of ammo. It's never happened to me before. Yeah, I kind of want to get the Damien Robin, even though I freaking hate Damien Robin. Just not a fan of that character at all. Like, at all. I do not like Damien. I'm just not into the whole characters with attitude. But I don't really like Red Hood either. This Devastator's freaking huge. Need to go to the podiatrist. Jeez, his feet. God dang. That's nasty. Yeah, I don't understand why he wants to change up the scale. Like, I understand, like, if you're going to do 7-inch scale, do 7-inch scale, but then your scale, like, your figures don't scale with each other. Like, that's a problem, right? I got a hold of Red Hood, man, Jays. I wasn't impressed. Dude is, I don't know. Just, I kind of like the DC Collectibles one better. I got him in my hands. I modded him for Pharaoh and then sent him on his way. And just, I don't know. I wasn't impressed. I was impressed by the way the jacket looked. I thought the jacket looked like leather, which was pretty dang cool. I don't know. Maybe if I liked the character, I would be into him. But I don't know, man. I guess the problem I have with these is there's like really nothing special about them. One comes out and it's like, yeah, he doesn't do 7-inch scale. He does 7-inch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not about Red Hood. I don't know. I've never understood the appeal of characters that have like authority problems or it's like, I don't know. This thing is cool though. See, stuff like this I like. Like the way this tongue is on a separate, like it's on its own piece. That is super cool. Or here's something I also like with Johnny Silverhand. The this right here, that the fact that they put this little piece on its own little hinge is super cool. Stuff like that. Like this is the kind of stuff that I like seeing from McFarlane is like these little, like they do these details that are crazy. Which is super, super cool. I haven't really seen anything from McFarlane that just like blows me away though. Not everything's like, oh yeah, I'll get that. There's nothing. I think the only one that I'm like, I gotta get that was Spawn, was because Spawn. Like we hadn't had Spawn in for freaking ever, right? And I like the. I got the 2 Azraels, but you can't do anything with them. Yeah, I'm wanting to put a thigh swivel on Devastator. I've wanted to do this for a long time. It's crazy, dude. Look how thick these pegs are. I don't really have one next to me to show you like comparison, but you know those are big. There you go. Boom. Blown away by Infected Superman? No. Oh well, I guess I was because it came from McFarlane. Because it's a good figure. Yeah, they got all the articulation pretty much correct. Um, but being blown away, nothing really has done that, man. I mean, I'm looking at this and the price of this figure at retail that blows me away. Like, yeah, the fact that this didn't cost more than another figure is pretty dang cool. Um, another one I actually found myself liking more was this guy here, man. This the Batman who laughs with the Hawkman wings. The Hawkman wings are done like really well. Like I like that hinge in there, and then I like the fact that they've got this extra hinge here, and that they can float back and then twist. I was like, that I like a lot. This is an impressive figure, just because of everything you get here is pretty nice. Once I give him some thigh swivels, he's gonna look really cool. I like the skinnier figures with double elbows. They just look they look cool. Yeah, the Infected Superman is definitely one of the best ones right out of the box. He's just like proportions are right. He looks cool. If he had thigh swivels right out of the box, it'd be arguably a perfect figure. Um, Stuff like this though is pretty cool. Like the detail blows me away. I'll put that. I'll give him that. Like, yes, the detail is super good because we haven't seen detail like this in a long time in figures. Like besides maybe NECA, but definitely not. Yeah. So White Knight was super cool. He was the first Batman I bought, I think, in the line, if I'm not mistaken. That was the one that I looked at and I was like, dang, I really like the design. But that came from the comic. They nailed it in the figure form, which was really cool. But, I bought him because of the design. And I found a really weird fun factor in the Joker figures. I didn't see that coming at all. I'm not a big Joker fan, but the older I get, the more I like him. And I don't know if it's like the books or just the design or what. But yeah, it feels like it's like a guilty pleasure of mine now. It's like the Joker. I'm like, man, some of them just look cool. I think he's just a fun figure to pose, and that might be it. Um, but yeah, I got a hold of those. But it's also once I add a thigh swivel to a figure, it can really make or break that figure. Well, it won't break them, but it's like it just makes them so much better. I'm like, man, this made this figure so much more desirable. It's ridiculous to have just having Johnny here be able to like sit in a chair properly or ride him like. This isn't a good example because of freaking the scale, but he can sit on a motorcycle correctly. You know what I mean? Like that is awesome. To me, that's great. That motorcycle that comes with Baroness from the Hasbro GI Joe line makes a great cyberpunk motorcycle. So adding these thigh swivels, boom. So I don't know what it was, but I added thigh swivels for a client on Joker, and within minutes of doing it, I bought one myself on Amazon. I was like, I want that. What would be my top figure of 2020? Most exciting, etc. So, oh man, it's so hard for me to answer that question. It's so hard. I'll tell you one of my favorites. Easily in my top three has to be Mafex Carnage. That figure is stupid fun. Like just stupid fun. Like the quality is really good. Mafex has kind of a hit or miss sometimes. You never know if you're going to get a dud, is what Casting Cave always says. I really like Mafex, and I haven't got a dud yet. But man, that freaking Carnage is awesome. He's ripped right out of the '90s comics. The Cletus Cassidy head is like perfect. His scale is great. His accessories are bonkers. The fact that he comes with like the hammer, the blade, he comes with like really long fingers, not so long fingers, regular fingers, and then the pieces that like swirl up the hands. The even the comic face looks cool. And if you want, you can actually. This is kind of cool. I can't remember if I showed this off in a previous. I think I did, but just to do it again, if you were to like take a little like sticky tack here, and then let's see, so this is our Mafex Carnage. We pop that off, put a little, oh, drop it, put a little sticky tack on the end of the peg here. This is for the people that just don't want that that comic head or whatever, don't like the painted on mouth from the comic head. You can take that new Carnage or probably the old Carnage and then boom, you get yourself. I mean, it just, look at that, it just flows perfectly. It's awesome. This figure is so freaking cool. I love him. Love him. Did I add thigh swivel to Deathstroke? Not yet. He's sitting over here. I just feel like he's going to need more thought put into him. I did that the Grim Knight Batman last time, and some people were like, dude, that looks awesome. Like, they were super happy with it. I'm like, I think what I want to do, though, is go further with my mods. I'm working on adding actual straps to the thighs. So I bought a hot knife, and it should be in on Sunday, so I got to grab some nylon ribbon, and I'm going to make my own straps for those figures. So yeah, we'll see where that one goes, because I've been looking at this, and I mean, there just isn't a way to do the thigh swivel unless you go, you know, diagonal, which doesn't look bad sometimes. You can get away with that, like cutting diagonal, but I've got to remove this pouch here, and then where this sits down, like, I would put two straps here and attach the gun to this, which needs a new gun. I want a gun that I can actually pull out of a holster. I hate, more than anything, molded weapons. It's so annoying. So annoying. This figure's awesome. I kind of like him, man. I mean, I know Wade really just didn't like this thing, but I think he's pretty cool. He's limited in some ways, but for the most part, I really like him. I do want to add the, definitely going to add the thigh swivel at some point. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best route to go about this. Is it better to, you know, cut... Gosh, I can't cut too low. Like, you have to cut right here on the thigh. And this is the problem you run into, is you're going to have to break the sculpt no matter what. So, cutting in the middle, like, I would want to, like, in a perfect world, I'd want to cut, I think I'd want to cut right below this belt. If not, right above it. But even right above it seems like I'm cutting it a little close. I'm thinking that the peg is going to go to right here. So technically you'd want to cut, the best spot would be right in the center of this this right here. You're going about a 1/2 inch down? No. Maybe 1/3 of an inch. And but if you do that over here I don't think it's as bad, but you're going to cut into this piece here. So maybe. Yeah, I think you definitely would. I don't know. This one takes thought. And I want to make that one nice. That's something I definitely want to do. Yeah, I know, man. Oh, yeah, Josh. He loves Deathstroke. He was so... He's just, like, so disappointed by that figure. I love it. Like, I don't ever watch. I just don't. I don't watch reviews, and it's nothing against reviews. I just don't. I don't know, man. I'm just get bored. I guess. I guess there's other more entertaining factors for me. I just haven't found any that really kind of. I don't know. I don't see reviews and if I like a figure, I'm gonna buy a figure basically. But I will support my friends and just like turn them on and whatnot. When I heard how much he hated that Deathstroke figure, I had to watch it. I'm like, wow, why does he hate it so bad? And watching it, I was like, all right. And then they canceled my pre-order. I was like, well, I guess I don't need that. And then I got him in my hands, and I'm like, this is why I don't listen to reviews because I kind of like this figure. For a McFarlane figure, actually, I do. I like him. But yeah, he needs the. I think if I can figure out how to add a thigh swivel, which I will, um, yeah, I think he'll look good on the shelf. And he needs a new sheath. Good lord, this sheath is garbage. This sheath is trash. I've got a ton of sheaths though too, but man, look at the size of the handle on this sword. I mean, that is so freaking big. Like, this is a handle to a Marvel Legends gun. It's like, it's the size of. I don't even know what this is. It's like something from the movies. But just getting the sword into his hand is just like, it's like a chore. It's like, thank God it's not hard plastic. It'd break. I guarantee it'd break. So, God, the sheath is such trash. There's no excuse for the trash or for the deal here. The Toy Mechanics Inc. Like that name. Um, yeah, this sheath is garbage. There's just, I don't know. There's no defense on this one, man. I'll give him that. Like, when Wade was going off about that, I was like, yeah, there's no saving that. I mean, you might be able to find another sheath that the sword can go into, but, no. No, no, no. And it's like they made the chest armor rubber. Like, part of it rubber? Or maybe the whole thing's rubber? So it's like there's a crunch somewhere in there. It just doesn't really bend because it's such thick rubber. It's like super thick. It's weird. Some weird design choices in this thing. I mean, it looks good. I just wish like this is the point where it's like you want the Marvel Legends stuff where these are, not attached. So even that would have been great if just don't attach these pieces here, and that would have made more sense. Also because like I had to remove the gun on this leg to get this kind of a pose in, and yet he's got this stuff right here where like this little piece that connects to the gun is always there, which that's cool, but why not do that here? I don't know. Very odd. Another figure I want to get is the. I need a Grim Reaper, like, clothing deal. I need to get that Scream figure. I think NECA's making one. If not, they've already made it. But I want to make a Grim Reaper out of my Storm Collectibles skeletons, just to have. I want to put them in funny situations. Something I want. Sorry, I'm just reading comments right now. Hey, Ori, that Yondu is awesome. That's an awesome one. Don't get rid of Yondu. You'll regret it. Especially after we watch What If and you see how amazing he is with T'Challa, little T'Challa. It's going to be so good. Okay, Ghostface isn't out. Gotcha. Oh, really? The Misfits figure, dude? Are those expensive, Ringer? It's like NECA, so it was weird, man, that, I remember whenever, oh, what am I trying to think of? Oh, it was like a couple weeks ago, I got 2 clearance NECA figures. It was nuts. I wish I could have found that. Yeah, I really want to make just a Grim Reaper. Like, that's all I want. I've got the 2 skeletons, and they're just ready for that. That's all I want so bad. It'd be nice to have some different expressions for the face, but don't even need it. That would be super fun. Yeah, gosh, this is going to take a big blade. Yeah, I'm so excited for that What If, man. I hope they make a Captain Britain figure for us. Just anything with more Haley Atwell is so good. I'll take it all. A Nav. I'll just leave him classic Grim Reaper. Just a bone. Just clean bones. That's all I need. Oh, retro style. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for What If. I'm excited for all those Disney shows, though. Like, it just looks really fun. Oh, Drax is expensive, too? See, I got the comic Guardian set, and I was happy with that. I remember I grabbed Yondu at the store, so that was cool. It didn't seem like anybody was buying the Guardians figures. What sucks, the one that I missed out on, and that really got to me, was Mantis, the Build-A-Figure Mantis. I couldn't find those figures anywhere, and then one day I finally found Gamora with my buddy Clayton. I found Gamora and Nebula, and I bought them, and I left the store, and I freaking left them there in the self-checkout. Like, I bought them, paid for them, left, come back, and they can't find them. So they refund me the cost. They even, like, looked up, I guess, the video or whatever. They couldn't find them. So, and I never saw Gamora again. It's like, ugh. She looked good, too, for the movie. Because I actually have a few movie figures. I've got a whole shelf of movie figures. I don't know how I ended up with them, but I don't collect all of them. But, see, mechanics, that's what I was looking for, dude. They're like, hey, the Mantis wave is at 5 Below. And so I looked at 2 of them and nothing. Never saw anything there. It's like, oh my god. So I have her head and I have a leg. So I got Nebula and I got whoever came with the head and and one of the legs. I don't know who that is. I don't know which ones I got, but I can't remember. Now I'm wondering what I got. Because I know I found a Star-Lord, but the piece was stolen. Was Adam Warlock in that wave? I can't remember what was in that wave. Anyways, I missed that. Alright guys, it is 10:31. We've been at this for 3.5 hours. Which is awesome, guys. I think it was super cool that everybody showed up tonight. Thought it was really cool. We got to give away some figures. We got had some stuff that I think we all learned something today. I got to do some sculpting finally. Thought that was pretty cool. I just hope everybody has a happy holiday, whether you get what you want or you don't get what you want. you know, just be kind to each other. Be nice. Be friendly to your delivery people and your mail people. Please. So I've been giving snacks to them, man. The FedEx, FedEx like them chili cheese Fritos, and my mail lady likes nacho cheese Doritos. I'm gonna get her a big bag of them. But yeah, I think it's just fun, man. This is a good. This is good. This is a good one, man. Yeah, happy holidays, Crew Maru. Um, don't forget to tune in this Saturday to the Unparalleled Universe live stream. Like I said, I will be showing up. I'll try to get in there as early as possible because, like I said, I actually thought I had more time, but I'm actually 2 hours ahead of him, which means I gotta be in there a little earlier because I got a thing I gotta do that night at 7:30. So maybe I can get in there around 5 o'clock my time or so. Yeah, maybe I'll ask him around that. Let's see if I can do that. But anyways, maybe 6 o'clock. Maybe that'll work. I'll see. But anyways, guys, this was awesome. Thank you for showing up all these times. If you're a first timer, thank you for showing up. Yeah, happy holidays out there. And as always, take care of everybody.